Well, hi everybody. How's it going? Totally not set up properly yet. My bad. Let's see what we can do here. Spotify. It's not playing. Why is Spotify not playing? Oh my gosh, how is everyone today? I'm gonna try to get this stuff all figured out. I'm trying to get rid of my other music and use Spotify right now, but for whatever reason it's not cooperating. So let's try reload that. I'm gonna quit Slack and all these things. Let's see. Can you? Well, I can hear it, but apparently y'all can't. So let's see. Super weird. Yeah, I'm showing my, like, you're seeing my, you're seeing this. I know. That's what I want. What we got going on here? Okay. Oh, I see my text messages. Oh, things are just falling apart. Oh, hi, everyone. Well, you're not hearing any of my music, so I might just pause it here. I don't know what happened. I think I gotta set up my audio media thing. You just stop. Let's see what's going on with this. Let's say level. Weird. Okay. Well, I don't know. Should handle this set up. My apologies. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay. So hi everyone. Welcome to Technical Issues with Ryan Welcher. We're gonna get this. I'm gonna try to get this figured out. I don't know. I was really hoping to have like, oh hey guys, we're gonna have new music playing. It's gonna be great. Oh, can you hear that now? Can y'all hear that music now? Because this is a professional. Is this a professional stream? You shut your face, Kev. Of course, it's a professional stream. Kevin. Okay, I can hear the music. Can you guys hear the music? Let's cut this line. It is my first day. Kevin, you know what? This is your fault. Because last stream you're like, you gotta get rid of that music, and now I'm like, fine, I'll get rid of the music. And now I've gotten rid of the music, but it's horrible. So, I know the music's not horrible. I mean, my technical difficulties are horrible. So shut your face. All right. Now, let's just start. Never mind. And all that stuff. Okay, cool. So today, what are we doing today? Today, I was going to look at, we got a new Gutenberg release to go over, because why not? I don't need that running, though. I also have my text messages running. Kevin, looking at my text messages. So this is what we're going to look at today. This is what's new in Gutenberg for 17.7. Now, 17.8 just got released yesterday. And I think 17.8 is going to be the last one. Berg versions in core, versions in WordPress. Let's take a look. So 17.7 is the last one. So this one is the last one that's going to go into WordPress 6.5, like before 6.5. So this is how that's going to work. Yeah. So every major release, there's a certain number of Gutenberg releases that go into that release. For 6.5, it will be up until 17.7. I believe that's accurate. I don't think it's changed. A lot of really cool stuff going on. I need to finish the sentences. The LUP? Fine. I'll finish my... So anyways, let's get through it. So what's new in Gutenberg? What the deuce? That was funny. You really thought it's the last one for Gutenberg forever. What was I saying? A lot of stuff. So Flex Perception is asking a lot of stuff I'm seeing in the Slack about testing 6.5. Maybe we could do a stream looking at some of the changes for 6.5. The new menu is coming in then, correct? I'm not really sure, actually. It must be, yeah. So there's some more data views coming in. So anything that's enabled with the Gutenberg plugin by default. So let's get my Twitch streams going here. We can take a look. Great question, by the way, Flex. I think it'd be great to do some testing, and absolutely you should go and test. I think release RC1 is already out. Might even be RC2 now at this point. Let me just look here. So I'm going to leave 7.7 active. There is a 17.7 active. I'm going to leave 17.8. I'm not going to I'll update it until after we're finished here. But if you look in your anything in the Gutenberg experiments, medical experiments for the lot of you. Maybe it's beta 3. I am not entirely sure where they are right now. So let's see what we get. So we go into editor. And I go into templates and I click manage all templates. Yeah, so this is what you'll get. So this is the data view. Pages also. Pages, manage all pages. Yeah, so this is also the data view. Beta 3 is out. Yes, thank you, the LUP. So anything that's in the Gutenberg plugin that's not enabled via one of these experimental, like one of the experiments, should be live. So anything that you have to opt into here won't be in 6.5. It'll still be experimental and only part of the Gutenberg plugin, but the rest will be part of it. Sweet. So, noticing my latest sub and latest follow are bleeding into each other. It's all one word. Okay, so let's look at what's new in Gutenberg. Okay, 17.7 was released on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, is it not? I don't know. I'm married. I don't even know about that anymore. So shadow support for more blocks. The effects panel is now available for the column, and image blocks, allowing users to add shadow effects to them. Well, that's cool. You can actually swap shadows to these blocks, building upon functionality. Okay, cool. Very neat. Data view enhancements. This release marks the continuation of Data View's project when it become a part of part of 6.5 managing patterns and templates. This release has introduced the ability to select multiple items in the grid view and execute bulk actions like reverting user templates. Oh, that's cool. Let's look at that. So if I go into my editor and I go into templates, manage all templates. If I want to set layout to grid, so I can select, edit multiple items. Well, that's cool. So if any of these have, if I switch over to the table view, You can see that this one's got some stuff that I've fixed. So if I select that and then I can go reset. Oh, that's cool. It tells me how many. So I press reset and it'll reset that back to whatever it is. So I've just lost all my changes in this blog, but that's okay. That's okay. That's really cool. That's going to come in handy because there's a lot of times when I'm building themes, I don't build a ton of themes, but I'm building one for my workshop, and that's coming up, and I'm finding I'm doing a lot of like I'll build, I'll save, and then I will copy and paste the from the code editor view, and then paste that into the template that I'm working on. Then I go back and reset all of my I revert all the things that I've been doing. So pretty cool. That's what I think. All right, what's next? Oh, not that one. Let's get rid of that one. Primary filter API is reduced, allowing main filters to be visible at all times in the UI. This makes it easy to switch between viewing and managing or syncing patterns. So what is that? Is that a filter like that we can mess with as developers? No, I don't think so. Zoom that in. Sorry, you probably all can't read that. Okay, so what is this? A single primary filter. What does this do? Oh, okay. So if I go back over here, I can add a filter. Author is, oh, neat. Oh, I get it. Okay. So all templates. So if I had templates, like if I created a template, can I create a template in here? Add new template. I'm going to call this, sure, that one. For specific, yeah, that one. Why not? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, save. So now if I go back to my templates, right? I should see manage all templates. So, okay, cool. So then if I filter by the author and I say admin, I only get the one that I created versus the one that is the ones that are provided by. That's cool. That's really cool. It'd be great to be able to site ready. Don't you, Kevin? You stop. Site's ready. It's ready until I. It's like a site launch. Site launch is there's a day you work up right until. Anyways, site ready only 1 week. Kevin, I'm glad I don't work for you. God, a lot of work. This music's really calming. It's a very calming music. You guys can still hear the music, right? Because I'm feeling so chill right now. It's not my usual death metal. I wonder if we can add our own filters, because that would be cool. How would we do that? Adds is primary and field to filter by API that consumers can use. Price, okay. So add filter. Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. So operator in. Okay, so there's going to have to be some docs around this because this is very new, but I think that'll be super cool. Sorry, let me link this thing. This data views is going to be great. There's a lot of really cool things that we're going to be able to do with that. So that's the link to the thing. Okay, so refined link UI control is next. This release continues a few enhancements to the link UI. Link control UI, a notable addition to the interface allows the user to insert a new block instead of a link from the context of the navigation block. Now, combined with the fixes from 5.5.5.5.5.5.5.5.1, the navigation block now will work to allow the insertion of third-party blocks, opening a new range of possibilities. Ah, that UI bug. What's this one? Okay, so that's a fix. So what does this do? That is, I feel like that's the wrong image. No, it's a different header, Ryan. Learn to read the English. Okay, cool. Making font library ready for core. So this is neat. Font library has some important changes on the hood to prepare for its journey into WordPress core, including security improvements and stability, standardizing some of the code structure. Some important and ongoing accessibility improvements came to the font library management UI in the site editor. Makes the nav keep working when you add a share button or something. Cool. Other notable highlights. A proposal has been put forward to include core blocks in the directory developed within the Gutenberg repository for convenience. Core contributors would maintain the blocks but would be standalone instead of bundled with the block library. That's kind of neat. If you're not aware of this, is that the same? That's the same link. So have a read of this. So this is basically going to take some of the blocks out and have them be maintained by other contributors as well, right? So it's not necessarily wait, you didn't share your stream on Slack or Discord. Yeah, I know. I meant to. But I haven't had the chance. You can do it for me, Kev. Yeah, I was running into tech issues, and then those tech issues ran into the stream, and then I didn't have a chance to do it. 10% of what? What's 10%? This is my last stream before I go away, and I'm God. Revenue to be 10% of the, what's 10% of the zero? Let's see. My manager. Is it going to be like this when I see you in Taipei? Are you going to be like all up in my grill like this? Kevin. All right. Enough of your shenaniganery. I'm going to go back. Drag and drop has been improved, allowing... I meant to drop this link because... Did I drop this link? I can't remember because Kevin is hijacking my stream. Listen, okay. Pause. To pay him for fees. That's right. Kevin, you got to pay me. They need a way to let me pick what blocks I want. I remove more than what I use due to where Titus in the Titus is saying they need a way to let me pick what blocks I want. Are you talking about in the navigation block or just in general? In general. Yeah, I mean, you could do it with patterns, maybe. You could generate your own patterns and insert things and then just disable patterns that are there. I'd have to understand more about the exact problem that you're running into there. The decision, I think the idea, I have to read through that to get the other thing. But I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me is that it means that you can, that a block can be sort of released separate from the Gutenberg plugin. So you wouldn't need to have to do an entire release of the Gutenberg plugin to get an update to, say, the image block, if that's what they were doing. Maintain a list of allowed blocks, but I'm thinking like options page for non-tech users who want more control. Yeah, you can do that. Kind of weird to move third box in there if that's what they want to do. I don't know. I think third-party blocks would have to be completely owned by the community, you know? But the trust for block comes from the fact that it's core. For sure. I mean, I think it's less about who builds and it's less about the process around building. Because I mean, if you want to release something, I mean, Gutenberg releases in a very, 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 very fast schedule, right? So, but yeah, I don't know. That's a big proposal. So have a read, and there's definitely some ramifications for taking it into the community because the direction of the block can change, you know, and that has to align with the overall direction of the project and so on and so forth. All right, let's go look at the changelog here. What do we got? Yeah, that's true. I mean, core, like the blocks that go into the you have more freedom with third-party blocks for sure. You're not as restricted to certain coding standards and things like that. You don't have to consider backwards compatibility. Like WordPress project in general has a commitment to backwards compatibility that is both awesome but also it tends to make things a bit slower because we have to think about things a lot more before it goes in, because once it goes in, it has to be supported and till the end of time. But with third-party blocks, you can build quickly and break things as much as you want. But I don't think that'll be allowed to. I don't think that approach will happen with these sort of other blocks. But anyways. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I want to be Titus. I totally get what you're saying there. I would absolutely want to control everything of my own block, right? That's what I do. The model, for example, I consider them as standard. Yeah, for sure. Now, so the thing about core blocks, though, is it is a standard. It's like the way that things are built. But in some cases, they have access to APIs that aren't available, right? Because it's part of the Gutenberg repository, they can do an import from anywhere, right? From a component that's experimental or a component that's not even really exposed. They can just import the file or whatever they need to do, right? So there's more flexibility for developing blocks, but it allows you to build with things that the general public, the rest of the community, probably can't build with, because they don't have access to those not exposed things, right? Okay, so what do we got for enhancements here? Components, limited number of visuals, a lot of snack bars. A lot of this stuff is looking very familiar. Like they're adding a lot of these things. I've seen that in a bunch of stuff. Data views. I'm not going to read all these out, but this I think is going to be cool. I love it when something's not even released and they're already talking about ways that you can extend it. I think it's fantastic. Interactivity API stuff. This is amazing. Image block refactor move to body. So server director WP each support using string. To allow global spaces. Very cool. Block library. Try to update block pattern. I'm just scanning through this stuff. I mean, I would highly recommend going and reading this and going through each item, especially because some of these things are pretty minor, but some of them may seem minor but are not. So I'm just looking for stuff like that. See if there's anything that could pop out as like, oh yeah, we gotta look at that. Block API, add handling for block JSON view script module. Okay, cool. So view script module is good. Is the new block.json property for the interactivity API. So we had view script, and now we have view script module, and that in conjunction with an experimental flag and the scripts package is what actually processes these. It will generate the module version, for lack of a better way of saying that, for your view file. Okay, bug fixes, block editor, components. Excuse me. Kevin's boring me. Site editor. Okay, these are bugging. Okay. Nice. Little south. Base data. Modules API. Import map folder. Only miss you referring that script for JavaScript. Okay. That's cool. Broken list, sensibility, sync patterns. I'm gonna just kind of scroll through this kind of quickly. Get back to the really great conversation. I'm not bored per se. There's nothing out here that like. This is all great work, and it's all moving towards a better project. But some of it's just not that sexy. Not like Kevin. Anyway, file collections, list view, experiments, data views, updating, styling. Okay, sync patterns, documentation, tons of documentation stuff. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Look at all those doc updates. That's fantastic. Code quality, font library, components. Block removes block editor. More docs out. Yeah, bring them on, man. Yeah, Flex. We want to see all the docs. Wait a minute. I think. Have you been to? I think you and I need to talk, Flex, about doc updates. I heard about you, which is great. It's awesome. Build tooling. Okay, what do we got in here? Inner label. Let's get to more complete. Okay. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of little things. VAPI. Okay, we got that. First time contributors. Anybody from the stream? No. Let's see. Anybody in here that I know? If you see your name, yell. Flying through here. No. I don't think I see anybody, but you let me know. Okay, cool. Well, that's it. So that's 17.7. I'll be next. There's no stream next week. Well, the LUP, what's your problem? No, I'm just kidding. It's, yeah. I know, man. It is hard. It is hard to contribute. It is. It takes time. And people, not everyone are lucky enough to be sponsored to do it, right? I get that, and I feel your pain. It took me, let me tell you a story. It took me 9 years to contribute to Core. 9 years. 9 years? So I started, no, not 9 years. What am I saying? I started with working with WordPress in 2009 and immediately realized, oh yeah, this is fun. And I want to try to contribute back to it. And it wasn't until, I guess it'd be 6 years, 2015. 2015. That's it. Oh, I do. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Fantastic idea. There's also a program for the 5 for the Future project that I think someone on this stream knows about, where you can be mentored into helping out with documentation specifically, I believe, which is great. I will get more information about that and put that into my Discord channel as well. That's a great idea, the LUP. I appreciate you for that. Anyways, it took me forever to get contributing to Core. Now this is pre-Gutenberg, so it was a bit different. But here is my advice for trying to get started. First of all, start with the low-hanging fruit. There's always a good first issues. There's always a nice, good first bugs or whatever sort of tag somewhere, so you can start there. Also, documentation is a fantastic one because although it's not as much fun as writing a new block or building a new feature, it is the lowest risk, especially for a new contributor. So someone doing a PR for the first time, if you're coming to say the Gutenberg project and you're sort of a completely unknown entity to the other developers that are doing the reviewing and stuff, doing some docs PRs kind of get you known, kind of get you shown to them that you can that you know what you're doing, that you can follow that you can follow the standards and that all of that stuff, and I can approve merged docs changes, so and it's a quick way of getting props and sort of getting known. And then once you get a few pull requests, you can add it to the project team sort of. That's a great one. Unit tests are how I got my first prop was removing an area label or something, or something really, really minor in WordPress core. But after that, it was all unit tests. I wrote so many unit tests for stuff. And again, it's something that's important, but it's something that's not like it's not going to take a site down. It's not going to break anything. It's sort of a lower risk, again, for newer contributors. But it's good work that needs to be done. And then once you've got a few under your belt, you can start doing the crazy things like, yes, Flex. I think I was talking to Hari, and I think I might be getting involved with that with you. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyhow, but yeah. So that's my spiel. it's all about finding what everyone else is working on and getting involved with that, and trying, do some doc stuff, do some testing. Docs and testing is like the easiest way to get in, and then you'll get to know some of the folks. You'll get some people reviewing your code, and then then you can build a block, or you can try to implement a slot fill. Like I got my 2 or 3 slot fills introduced to the project. Really? Awesome. Yeah, Titus, I'm on Slack as well. You can find me at Welcher in the WP Slack. So yeah, it's a program. There's a mentor program. I will, if you're all in my Discord after the stream, I will find some information about it and drop it in there. That's what I'll do. Now, Kevin, you had a question about when do I leave, or when do I land? I land on. Oh yeah. So I am flying out here Sunday at midnight, something like that. And I land 5 a.m. on the 5th. So 5 a.m. on the 5th. So yeah. There you go. That's what I'm landing. All right, cool. So I built the thing the other day, using the interactivity API that I can show you guys if you want to see it, if you're interested. 4 hours. Yeah, it's 16 hours, 15 hours and 55 minutes for me there. And it's 14 hours home, but it's a direct flight, which is great. I'm so excited about that. When I went to Thailand, I had like 16 hours to Hong Kong, and then 2 hours to Bangkok from there. So anyways, so what am I building? What am I building here? Oh, I know what I'm building. Where is it? I need to, there we go. I'm just going to, hold on. Sorry. Stand by. I'm going to just do this. And where am I? Okay, I'm in my plugins. I'm just going to drop it in here, and I can work on it and show you what I got going on here. There we go. Okay, so it's a gallery slider built with the interactivity API. So let's have a look here. So let me just do this. I'm calling it the EAPI gallery slider. And I have not. I'm just gonna say that. Here's a pro tip. When you want to use something, you need to enable the plugin. Yeah, I feel very lucky, and it just makes me very excited that I am able to attend WordCamp Asia as well. It was so much fun last year, and it's going to be fun again this year. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what does this thing do? Let me show you. So right now, I'll probably have to build it. Stand by. Start. Okay. So I'm just gonna hide this. So first thing first, there's this new experimental flag in the. I'm gonna be at WordCamp Canada. Are you kidding, Titus? I'll be there. It's like 4-hour drive from my house. It's the closest WordCamp I've ever had. I will 100% be there. I'm gonna try to speak. I'm gonna try to do a workshop. I'm gonna hand out sandwiches, whatever they need me to do. I will absolutely be there. Got to get that Ottawa crew. I got to go see all my Ottawa homies, Anyways, so this is the. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm very excited about WordCamp Canada, and the best part about WordCamp Canada is the hashtag. It's WCA, WordCamp A. Love it. So remember I was talking about this little dude out here, so view script module. So view script module works in conjunction with this new experimental modules flag and the scripts package. Now, it is experimental, it does work, but it's also a bit janky when it comes, not janky, it's the wrong word. They are figuring out the best way to handle it. But now if you try to extend the Word or the Webpack config with this, it won't work. I'll leave it at that for now. But it does work with blocks. So anyways, cool. So I have that. So let's put in my Yappy slider, and I should be, there we go. So I'm going to use a cover block, and I'm going to use media library, and I'm going to pick, who do you think I'm going to pick? It's my boy, here he is. Hi, Kev. Hi, Kev, dot, dot, dot. We got to put some white text on there so we can actually read it. There's my lovely and talented friend, Kevin. Kevin! Right, there he is. Whoever did that, thank you for that. Okay, cool. So we're going to put another one in here. I'm going to do another one. This is just going to be, I'm just going to put an image in, media library, and one of these terrifying laughing faces is where I'm going to go, right? Cool. So let's put one more in, right? So this is just a regular old block here. Let's see. Teeth. All right, cool. So I've got three what slides basically inside my gallery slider, and then let's just see. So I can click through, and it's just a standard old slider, like a normal slider, but it's using core blocks, and it's actually do I have alignment on here? I think I can make it go max. Yeah, I can. It's gonna look weird there, I think. Whoa, that looks a little strange, doesn't it? Looks a little odd. Let's go max width. Anyways, this is all going to be dependent on your thing. But one thing, okay, cool. So it works like this, right? I've also added, so you see that this is it doesn't do anything, it counts the slide. It's also got this continuous mode, which is kind of funky. Well, I mean, it's a pretty standard thing. So you get to the end and it takes you back to the beginning, right? So that's it. This your plugin? Yeah, I haven't generated any AI imagery since that one stream where I spent like an hour just laughing at the whole stuff. So this is my plugin. Now, this is nothing schmancy. This is just literally CSS doing the right. But what I'm building this for is I wanted to take people through it in how we're doing it with the interactivity API. So let me do that. So the edit is all very straightforward. The only thing I'm doing in here is adding a inspector controls, the toggle to be able to add the continuous mode. That's it. I'm adding I'm using the inner blocks prop hook, so I can just wrap my div as my inner blocks. I don't have to use the inner blocks component to do that. And I'm giving it a class name. I'm restricting the blocks that I want to use to these three. You can do whatever you want there. That's kind of it there. On the render side, I'm creating some context. So here's the thing. You could do this in state. So if you're familiar with the interactivity API at all, you have a state property. You can do it in state, but the problem with doing it in state is that if I had multiple sliders on the page, they would use the same store because they're namespaced the same, and you define a namespace. No, sorry, in your render right here. So this line enables this block. It's 2 steps to enable this block to use the interactivity API, but the namespace is always going to be the same for every instance. So if I had a state item of current slide, and I incremented it in the first slider, it would increment the current slide across all sliders on that page because that is global state to the store. So I built this whole thing out using state, and then I put 2 on the page and realized, oh right, that's why. So that's why we're using context here. So context is local state, state is global, if you think of it that way. So context gets added to this is going to output it's going to output this. right? It's going to handle all this stuff for you. So it's a nice little helper function. Now this helper function just got renamed in core, and I think it's interactivity. I think it's been renamed to that, which is a mouthful, but that's what's happening. So anyhow, so that's there. But that's going to be that'll get put in 6.5 when it gets released. So I'll have to update this then. So this context now, the way context works is any children in the tree get access to this context. So anything inside of my main wrapper div will have access to this context. So in my context, I've got slides, I've got current slides, I've got total slides. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I enabled this data. I use the data WP interactive directive to enable the block, but also define what the name of the store is. You also have to, in the supports, you have to have interactivity to true. So once you have those two things in place, you're golden. Define some context or basic default state, and then in my Vue.js, I've added a few things. So I have my state object. So it's the way that's so your store should basically have 3 items in it, 3 properties if you want to do it that way, right? So we're gonna have a state property, right? We're gonna have an actions property, and then we're gonna have a callbacks property. And I'll explain what the difference is for all these things. So state is going to be obviously state. It's going to be things like, I don't know, number of sliders, right? So if we have, that's the number of sliders, because every time we insert a new, like, yeah, this will be this is managed. I'm not even speaking English right now, I'm sorry. So state, like I said, is global to all instances of this block. So if we wanted to count how many sliders we had on the page, we could do it that way, right? Now, this is also going to contain any functions that return derived state. So in my example here, I want to know like what the image index is, like where I'm building. This function will take the current slide and the total slide, and it's what outputs this down here, right? So that's called derived state, when I'm basically creating something from state, creating a new variable from state or context in this place. And we're using JavaScript getters, and this will be the name of function, right? And this is going to return whatever, right? Blah blah blah. It's going to return something. Okay. The actions are user induced things. A click, a scroll, a whatever, key down. Anything that a user can initiate should go in actions usually. And callbacks is more like programmatic. So if you're doing well, I'm using it for an init somewhere, not here, on somewhere else, and I'll show you where that is. So like if you're gonna use there's a watch, which is kind of like a use effect, that its callback would go in callbacks, that sort of stuff. Now there's definitely some crossover. There's definitely some like gray area as to what should go where, but that's kind of it's not hard and fast. You can actually call this stuff whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But this is sort of from the folks building the API, this is sort of their recommendation on how you should structure this stuff, and I think it's kind of the best practice. And just to keep things consistent, it's the way to go. It does get a little confusing when you're not using state, like the actual state when you're generating your derived state functions, but you just get used to it. So, yeah. And so, yeah, so that's kind of it. So that's the sort of theory behind how I've structured this stuff. Oh, hold on. That's obnoxious. I need... Has it got my prettier in there? No, that's the problem. Stand by. I need to put... where is that? Bring your issues. Is it in there? Prettier. That's what I want to use. So now I should be able to go in here. It should work. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my formatting was all wonked. Cool. So now all of these things can be mapped now to the render. So I've got this function basically says there's no previous slide. This function says there's no next slide. That's how I'm kind of graying things out. This does the current position of the slider container that holds everything, and this returns the x of x thing, right? The actions are, we have previous image, we have next image, and then I've got it on key down. So when you're out here, you can't, maybe you can see it. I'll hold my keyboard up. I want to hit the arrows. See, I hit the arrows. Kevin's face morphs into a shark. And then I've got this callback. So the callback is init slide. Now the way I've done this is super fun, and this was the most exciting part for me because I'm a nerd. Is that I'm using core blocks, but core blocks don't support the interactivity API out of the gate, and they certainly don't know about my store. So what I wanted to do, so what I initially did was I had this in sort of in this render.php. I had like a data WP on init in here, and then I like it was like what was it, callbacks, like count slides or something, right? I can't remember what I called it, but it was something like that. So when this block initialized, it went into the callbacks and it figured out how many slides I had and figured out how they all needed to work. And it's great and that's cool, but what I figured out I could do was I could actually filter the core blocks that are inside and have them initialize themselves with this, which is really cool because it allows me to get full object, like a full reference to everything. Selectors or weird stuff in my Vue.js to be able to know what's inside of it. I just have each slide say, hey, I'm here, right? So the way I did that was I used the render block function. So render block, you can do render block, and you can do render block underscore name of block. So this is the name of block developer cookbook, IAPI gallery slider. And then in here, I'm using this thing, which I love, the HTML tag processor. So when I have an array of the blocks that I'm allowing inside of this, and then it's called covers, but it actually shouldn't be anymore. This should just be just like whatever the markup. So what I'm doing then is I'm going through each tag. This is not super performant. There's probably a better way of doing this from within the HTML tag processor. What I'm doing is for each tag, I'm getting the classes. I'm getting the class from each tag. Then I'm basically checking to see if the class, I'm exploding it out into an array. So that'll give me all the class names. And then I basically just check for the existence of one of these class names, which means I'm at the root level of that particular block. Now the reason I couldn't just ask for divs was because the image block, for example, uses a figure tag instead of a div tag. And then what I'm doing is I'm adding an attribute. So I'm adding the data in interactive attribute to that particular div, and with the namespace of IAPI gallery, which is the same namespace of my store. And then I'm adding the WP init to the block callbacks init slide. And then when you look at it on the front end, you can see, once I zoom it in so humans can actually read it, you can see I've got my my cover block. So I've got it's added the namespace and it's added the init slide. Why choose dynamic block over static block? Yeah, because you have to use a dynamic block. I believe you have to use dynamic blocks with the interactivity API because they are because of things like the render.php. You're not going to be like, your context was not going to work. Like, well, you could hard code it all, I guess. That's a good question. I don't know if it would work. I'm pretty sure it won't. But that's an excellent question, and I will like this. I do want to see if I can get that working. If you have the scripts and simply define display. What if you have the scripts and simply display HTML? Well, so the thing is, these directives, this needs to be processed by the server, because what happens is these directives, and then it turns into a JavaScript thing, basically. But these directives are basically found by the interactivity, or sorry, the tag processor behind the scenes and managed, right? The last time I talked to somebody from the team that was building this, it didn't really work with static blocks, but you could get it to work with static blocks, I would imagine. You would have no way of like dynamically doing stuff. So if you needed to, like, if you needed post ID, for example, or you needed to retrieve something from the server, you'd need to use a dynamic block. But I mean, I don't know why you couldn't. Yeah. So the context function, yeah, that's a great question. So where's the context function? So it's right here. So what it's doing is basically, I'll get rid of that. No, I want to get rid of that. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh my God, it's my first day, folks. It's my first day. So what this is doing is, I'm going to inspect that, and it's going to, on the main wrapper, we have this WP data context. So you see, it's just basically a big like JSON object, right? So that's where that comes from. Now so you could define it just like that. You could just add that in, right? And have that get returned. In fact, why don't we see what I can do here? Let's edit this HTML. I want to grab that. I'm going to grab the data context. I'm going to jump over here. So I'm going to go new file, save.js. I'm going to, in my save.js. Do I have a save.js in here? I can just steal real quick. There's one. I'm just going to copy that. Nope. Be gone with you. Where am I going? Save.js. Drop it in there. Okay, so that's my save.js. And my index, I'm gonna do import save from. Let's make sure I'm exporting. Yep. Okay. So then I should just be able to do this. And then in my save.js, I'm going to need to. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to need to take this basically and convert it into save. So I just do this. It's gonna be super ugly in a second. I'm just gonna, bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna change this to a div, and change this to a div. And then we're gonna do that, and then that. Okay, so then, see, okay, I think I might have to like hard code it, like something like this. Because I don't know if I can pass that into save. I'll have to look at that. All right, and then put that in there, and then from my clipboard, I need the context. Drop that in there, right? And okay, and then from inside of that, I need to right, and then this is where I'm going to need import the inner blocks, and I go, and here I should go inner blocks to content, and then I can just plunk my buttons in there, I think. Oh, I've broken something. Have I broken something? Oh, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I use class name there. So. Ooh, something's broken. What did I break here? Oh, yeah, okay. Oops. Okay, that's building. Okay, so no idea. Let's see. Yeah, well, they can do it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is possible. It's just a little. You have to use the way that I did it, because the way that I did it's the right way, Kevin. You shut your face. Okay, so I'm gonna just delete this, and I'm going to refresh. All right. Okay, type block recovery. Okay, so let's see, update. So let's look. I don't know. Does it work? Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's see. What did I do wrong now? Oh, hold on. I need to maybe get rid of that. Okay, let's test this. My save, I'm going to say static. I'm going to refresh this. Temp block recovery. Update. Oh. Okay, so we just did it as a static block. So that's pretty awesome. So the only thing is if your context is like, if it's just default values like this, oh, this is going to be wrong, right? Because well, how can I should be able to use attributes. Shouldn't I not be able to use attributes in here? I should be able to go attributes. Oh my god, we can spell it right. Attributes. This is going to be continuous, which is the name of this thing, right? And I should be able to just plunk and then in here like that. Get rid of this now. Try to think if there's any reason, anything. Okay, let's try it. So refresh this now. So let me update this. Let me refresh this again. Okay, so it's not. Okay, I'm gonna turn continuous off. Update. I'm gonna come in here. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Why is that broken? Let's look. Extra quote in there? Okay. What we got? Oh, yeah, I don't. Oh, stupid. I think I need to. No. Like that, right? No. No, like that. Like that. That should be what I need. Okay, let's try this. Oh, let's refresh. Block recovery. Yeah, this is why I don't use static blocks, because I hate having to click that button every time. Let's see. That works. Okay, so it's still working. And okay, cool. So if I switch it back to continuous mode, that'll work. All right, sweet, cool. So in this case, it works totally fine. So that's actually a lot more flexible than I kind of thought it was. We'd always kind of talked about using it with dynamic blocks, because usually you got something dynamic that you need from the server, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Now, let's block props. I want to see, like, can I just add more crap? Like, what if I did this? Like, what if what? Oh, to give it a proper name here. Like, like that. All right, if I did that, and I did, let's see if I can do this. Axis on key down, right? I'll get rid of this now. I can actually add the context to it as well. I mean, if this works, that'll be super sweet. All right, and then I can just get rid of all this stuff. I guess it doesn't really matter one way or the other. I'm just going to just spread block props across there. And I'll just refresh this. Okay. Take that so it saves, and then let's just see. It seems to work. And key commands are still working. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm using block props here, but should I? And then maybe I need to use. You know what I don't know is does it actually return a save? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. So we'll do the same thing because what I'm doing in the render is I'm using no, that's what I'm doing. In the edit state, I have block props and then the inner block props. So I should be doing the save on the save. So this is my inner block props. So if I go in here and I go const inner block props, class name of content slider, and then also add the transform, right? The transform is what's handling the moving of the slide container, and I do that. Then I should, with a little luck and no backslashes, I should be able to do it like that. Now is there, oh, I'll get rid of that. I don't think I need that static in there anymore. Okay, so let's, oops, refresh. Right, because I moved the static. Okay, that's what did that. So let's see. Ooh, okay. Something's wrong. Something's wrong there. Oh, no, this should be fine. What? So why? Slider container. Transform style transform. 0%. But why am I not seeing? There's no slides in there. Stand by. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, let's look at this. Props. So that broke that. Maybe yeah, the inner content stopped rendering. This is no longer a thing. Did I do something wrong here? Maybe. Okay, let me take I'm gonna take this stuff out just for a second, and I have to refresh this most likely. Fix that and refresh. Oh. I think I know why. Because nope. Huh. Wonder why that is. Okay, so I'm gonna put that all back, right? So I put these things, put this all back. I bet this works again, right? Yeah. Yeah, Cav. Yeah, Cav. Is that static back there now? Oh, yeah, let's put that back, sorry. Okay, so what is the deuce? It's just not being output. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just keep on doing until it goes back to what it was supposed to do before that. Okay, let me just check this. I'm gonna delete this and just put a new one in. It should give me an image. I will pick this image for the media library. Update. Okay, that works again. Thing is, the save doesn't really like these. Oh, that's not that. That's just this. Okay. Inner blocks. Okay. Weird. Okay, so like just even by pulling in the use inner blocks, it seems to be breaking it. I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Let's try that. So const inner blocks, use inner blocks save. I need to import it. Well, we'll try it again here. Okay. And then so the first thing is going to be class, right? Class name. It's probably going to strip it out though, because it's a valid property name, so it's probably just going to get rid of it. Let's see. Yeah. No, don't think that was it. It's good call out though to try for sure. And then that. Okay, let's see where this takes me. Yeah, it's probably maybe you can't use it in the save capacity. Okay, well that didn't change anything. But now if I spread the inner block props on here, this should replace those two things with that, right? Right? That doesn't do anything, and that doesn't do anything. Does it work? Oh no, something's busted. Something's busted. Put another image in here just so we have things to scroll around. Give Kevin's face a rest. My eyes a rest. Look at that guy's face all the time. And it's just stopped rendering. Okay. So there's definitely something going on here. I need to figure that out. So it's definitely something to do with this. That would be my guess. It's something to do with that. So weird. Now all the slides are gone. Sorry, that was loud. It is super weird that it gets to this point. Okay. So it was working until I brought in the inner blocks and the props, and then it then broke. And then it's gone again. Weird, man. I'm going to delete it and put a new one in. Obviously, the edit part of this is pretty garbage. I need to do some things in there. All right, this is it working? It is working. Okay. Well, let's add another one because I won't be able to test scrolling if there's only one to scroll. Yeah. Continuous is undefined. False. Okay, let's try that again. Man, deprecations. Deprecations are a thing. Yeah, okay. So that was that problem. I wonder if that was actually the problem. How would that be? How would that be the problem? Okay. So you can do this with static blocks. Deprecations need to be fixed. Well, they're getting better. I have to say they are getting better because it used to be that it would just be like, I don't know, and then it would just fail. At least now, like you make a small change, you know, like if I remove this, which I thought I did already, and I come in here, like it says, oh yeah, it looks like it might be busted, but I'm going to fix it. And it does. It's able to extrapolate what it needs. Used to be, wasn't the case. It would just break and it would be ugly and horrible. And you just get that big white, like, could not thing, right? Yeah, I agree. It should sound less scary. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to you, Landmark. Who are you talking to? Oh, I'm sorry. Landmark, we're on Twitch and YouTube. So I'm talking to people in Twitch. And you're welcome to come join us here, right here, if you'd rather. If you'd rather hang out with us on the Twitch. Link incoming. Yeah, Block is a new version. Want to preview it? Yeah. Well, no, preview won't do it. I don't know if preview is the right word. I think it's like it should be like this block has changes. Click here to accept them. That's basically it. Because your preview, I guess your preview is technically right because you can just refresh the page. Thanks, Landmark. I appreciate you joining me. Us. How many people are who's even here? Who's watching? How many people are on the stream today? I have literally no idea. No idea. All right. Well, any questions about this stuff so far? This is pretty neat. I was gonna release it, maybe it's a plugin, but I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. I might have to wait till 6.5 comes out because of the data context that changed to that function. I'm uber famous. Want to update the block? This block has been updated. Would you like to update the block that has been updated? I've been watching a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with my kid. And I don't know if you're all familiar with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but there's this character called Krang, and he's an alien. You don't need that PHP. What do you mean I don't need that PHP function anymore? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, you could go... if I could type it, that would be context. Like the other way to do it is like this. Oh my god. Eventually. I'll get there eventually. And then just go encode. Or JSON encode, I think. JSON encode. You do it that way. That would definitely get around that. Delete the entire file. You delete the entire file. I'm not deleting the entire file. I'll delete your entire file, buddy. Yeah, it's fine. So this is how you can do it until they land on the name of the function. No, this file will not run now because the save is there. Right here. The save is actually in here. So yeah, you can do both. I don't need that anymore. So it's a static block that works. I don't like static blocks. I guess now that this is all sort of handled, that's well and good. The thing I don't like about it is like, I mean, you have to do it in two places anyways. You have to manage the markup in two places. Like this markup doesn't look anything like right. I guess I could put in like this, right? And just get rid of these. But then I gotta load the style sheets, which I don't think I'm loading the style sheets for. I mean, there might be some neat stuff to do in here. What does this look like now? Let's go on here and refresh this. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it looks kind of neat. All right. I guess it's and on my editor, I can get rid of this stuff. Like it looks like it. The only problem is now I can't see all the slides. So what's Timber integrate? I've never heard of Timber integrated. Oh, with integrated. What's Timber? Link it. There we go. Is that a templating engine? What is this thing? Timber. How have I not heard of this? What is this? Rate templates. Use a little. Oh, I see. That's kind of neat. It's barrels of awesome. I like that. Using PHP using Twig. Cool. Made for WordPress. That's neat. Who's the authors of this? Who wrote this? Who is this? Well, you know it's good in CSS tricks. It's got that's a cool little thing. Let's go. GitHub. Oh, there's a lot of contributors here. Because the WordPress awesome, but the loop isn't. I like it. Awesome. Does this? So this is pretty cool. Is this usable with blocks though? Like, could you have this generate your edit state? Know what I'm saying? Anyways, Kev, I need your CSS knowledge here. I want to show this. Galleries are hard to do. Sliders are hard to do. Hey, Mofis, how's it going? Mofis is coming to us from YouTube. Mo, we're over on Twitch here too. If you wanna come hang out, just so you can see the chat. I appreciate you hanging out with me. But you're welcome to stick around. Build data block and stuff. You piece file. You pass this to pretend for 10. I actually said that the LUP is not awesome on stream. I'll remember you. What? I said that? When did I say that? The LUP. Oh, the loop is not awesome. The LUP is not awesome. Yeah. That's funny. That's actually, I didn't make the connection. I'm sorry. It's not always about you, the LUP. It's always about Kevin. Kevin! Oh my goodness. All right. Anyways, I don't know how to handle this. No, I'm kidding. It is about you all the time. I don't know really the best way to handle this interaction. Like, I would like it to look like this, but I need to be able to get to the other slides, right? That is still good. Kevin. Yeah. Well, there's some history there. Kevin and I go way back. Early stream guy. He came back. He was, I don't know. And he always brings the smarts. Yeah, modal or something maybe. You know what I was thinking? It'd be really cool that when it was selected, you could have a list of slides down the right hand side, right? So then you could actually maybe that's what you do. So it's like a list view, right? Like, and then so the problem. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, I like that. So you select it, and then you can manage the thing. Well, you're too narrow. Over here? Yeah. But if we just did something like this, not as like, you don't like, you literally just have basically the outline or the list view here. What's the outline do? Like list view idea. When you click on it, it selects a block, and then now you can make changes to that particular block. Right. That would be cool. Maybe I'd function add. So not just add. Oh yeah, no. There's toolbar button. Your toolbar button. It supports if I can find the button, the insert. Oh, that might be a problem. Where'd the insert go? Is it here and I just don't see it? No. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea, Kev. So you could insert image. This is actually a cover block, and you can insert an image block if you want. Media library. Now that's the other thing that's a bit janky that I'm not a big fan of. Oh, things just fell right apart there. And then there's oh my God, it looks like Hannibal Lecter wearing someone's face. Terrifying. The interactivity API does not work on. I like to swipe. Yeah, it should work. Is there like a is there an attribute or like a swipe? Swipe event HTML. Does that exist? Is there a way to do that? Touch events. Touch start, touch end. Detecting a swipe. Like, I don't know. That's not an event. That's processed by the DOM. It's like what, touch start, touch end. So you could probably do. Oh, what's this? Is it touch move? Well, what would be the oh. It would be possible. It's totally possible because you can. But I'm a shitty front end developers. But you could like on there's document and there's window, and there's items as well. Like there's on, so you could do a data WP on event name, whatever the event name is. Is there a swipe event name or on swipe? Yeah, it's like on click, but it would be on, you know, like somebody help me here. Like if you did touch events, I don't know if touch would work though. So maybe touch move. I would know. Yeah, on touch move. So you could do. I don't. So we go data dash WP on touch move. And I'm gonna give it a. Let's see what we can do here. It's gonna be an action, and it's gonna be swipe. Something like that. Oh, not there though. Just for the sake of doing this, so I don't have to do this all the time, I'm going to. Oh, you know what? Whatever. Fine. Save. So this is what I do this. Data dash WP dot on dash touch move equals actions. What did I call it? Sure. Okay, so then in my view, I need an action on touch move, and it's gonna go. There'll be an event associated with it, and then Kevin, I stole your debug data right there. I don't think I'm gonna need it here though. I'm just gonna go console.log e. So I don't know how. Does it work? It won't work. Will it work with a mouse? Is that a thing? I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask this guy. He doesn't know. All right. So in here. Is there a way to emulate this? Like. Oh, maybe like in here? Touch event. There we go. Excuse me. So, and transfer, click to touch, click on the phone. Okay, inspector has an emulator. Yeah, so if I have my little emulator, so what did the touch event? So what would you say? It changed touches? Changed touches. So what does changed touches give me? Changed touches. That looks like a thing. Let's see what that does. Okay. All right, so if it so I'd have to do an onStart touch, onStart end. Is that what I'd have to do? Right? So let's, all right. I'm just gonna, so we pop this in here for now, right? That's all that's gonna do. That's gonna change the next image. Yeah. Whoa. Oh boy. But that's, So I need two events, right? I need to have the touch start, touch end, and then I can build it out that way. So it's completely possible to do it. As long as there's something that can be responded to, then you can do it. But we need keep state of undefined, then touch start, put in the XPOS and touch in, yeah. But I have to keep state outside of this, right? So it can't be in state, it needs to be in context. So if I were to go, okay, so if I did do, let's see. So if I put in context, I'm going to put, I'm going to say, slide, no, I'm going to say swipe. All right, set it to 0. Then that'll give me context. There's probably a better way to do this, but we're going to get through it together. Kevin's going to tell me how to do it. Let's not lie. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need to get the context. So context is you can get it with a helper function called getContext, right? And then in here we're going to get this is going to be, what did I call it? Swipe. All right. Somebody's pinging me. So then if I console log, okay. Start. I need one for on touch end. And I'm going to get this E. I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so then I'm going to say swipe. I'm going to set it to, is that what I want to set it to? The client X, like that, right? Start only fires once. Yeah, so I fire it once, then when it ends, I'm going to reset it. I'm going to basically figure out what the difference is and then reset it. But I need to change that in save. Touch start, untouch, state, touch, end, untouch, end, right? And then my view. I love how Kevin's like, yes, you're getting there. You're so smart. Okay, so then I'm gonna go if else. I'm just gonna see if that works. Let's see. So this is gonna touch start connect to that, and then it's gonna get that, and then baby steps. Baby steps. You're so nice, Kevin. Oh wait. This is why I should have done it as a dynamic block, Kevin. Assignment to constant variable on touch start view 669. What? Oh, duh. Sorry. I need to do it this way, CTX. Because I'm reading, I'm not. I need to do it like that. Oops. That should go away. Right? Because I just need to read this, and I need to check if it's greater. If this is bigger than it's... No, it should be the other way around, right? It should be next image. And otherwise, it should be previous image. Oh. Refresh. No, okay. Good, good. Let's see. I'm excited. Oh! Look at that. Look at that, guys. We did that completely on our own without anyone's help.
Kevin!
Now I want to test this on a... Uh-oh. Oh, you know, wait. Nope, I need to... Nah, this is what I need. I need to put my little guardrails in there. I'm already seeing that I should probably break that out into some other stuff. Swipe. Wait. I feel like that's backwards. Is that wrong? If I swipe this way, yeah. That's the way it should work. That's backwards, right? Yeah, that's correct. Look at that. I'm actually pretty proud of this. Pretty proud of this little thing. This. Anyways, awesome. Cool. So we had another feature there. We add a little swipey swipe to the gallery. That's great. Oh, whoever did that, thank you. That's awesome. One thing that I wanted to play around with, and I'm not sure the best way to do it, but I was thinking it'd be really neat if we could, do something. We'd have to add markup, but I was thinking it'd be like, instead of having the what you call it here, oh, it's a bit delayed there. It'd be nice if there was like a slide number that appeared in the slide itself. But to do that, we'd need to insert a div or something. Like we'd need to in the markup. Sorry, I was thinking, because with the HTML tag processor, we can absolutely add tags. But the problem is that we won't be able to inject, or would we? Like if I did, what if we did like a, like what if I did a, I just want to do like a before. Where would that show up anywhere? It doesn't really show up anywhere. No. Anyways, I was it'd be cool to be able to get into the slide itself, like where I'm doing this, and basically add something to be able to inject a piece of content, because then it would know what number of slide it is in the list of slides. That would be very cool, but I don't know if we can do that right now, because the tag processor is not meant to like inject. I don't think it's made to. It's meant to inject new markup, because yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I have to play around with that a bit, but that's kind of a cool thing. So I could say like I could add a span, for example, at the top just inside the each slide. Like if I wanted to have this slide, which is its own thing, show a slide number, right? So this slide 1, so a little 1 appears up here, and a little 2 appears up here, right? I think that would be cool. It'd be a good exercise in like, modifying, because that number would need to come from the data store so it knows what slide it's on, right? Or what slide it is in the length of in the list of slides. So when I called it this init thing, it could be like whatever the context value is. So I don't know. There'd be some function or something or some way of binding it. So it could say like it would get a reference to itself. Yeah, it could be CSS too, but I still the slide still needs to be able to access the store to know the number of slides, like the where it sits in the order of slides, because that cover block has no idea what's around it. It doesn't know that it's number 2 of 5, right? Could probably, I'm sure we could do it with CSS, but I'm trying to think of ways that we could have this be more integrated, but it doesn't really matter. So, cool. All right, well that was a fun stream. Does the order change? It can change, but not like if I come in here and I reorder things, yeah, it changes. Like, I can do all that. But that would be saved and then it would be out here. So that's why that number should be dynamic. But it doesn't mean we can't add an attribute to it. There's probably some other ways of doing it. We could filter the save props maybe, and have it output the slide that way. But then we'd have to know it's like, oh yeah, it's a what am I trying to say? This block is a child of a certain block, and therefore we could add a block filter on that when we save it, but I don't know. That's not what we want to mess with. Anyways, cool. Well, what am I doing? What am I doing? So that was fun. That was super cool. So now we're all experts on the interactivity. Here a child of the gallery slider. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably put this out into the world, hopefully before I leave for Camp Asia. But thanks for helping me out with it, and I'm gonna maybe play around with the other thing I wanted to add actually was an auto slide. That might be cool. I have to use your set. Mandrill Dev just follow. Thanks for the follow, Mandrill Dev. Be cool to add like the ability to basically like autoplay, right, and set it to false, and then all we need to do is add another one of these, and this just be like autoplay. Set the slide show to play automatically. We can do that. Oh, and then I need to get into here. Oh, and set this to autoplay. So the value all like that, right? So should be able to come in here now. Did that not build? What's going on? Oh, it didn't build. right? So we have set it to autoplay. And then here we'll say we'll do an init slide show function, and oh, come on, get out of here. I need a comma, right? And then when it inits, why is that broken? Oh my god, there we go. That's all I need. That's all we need. Then the save. Why is that yelling at me? Oh, because it needs an arrow. I need to add a callback to the save. So this is the right here. I'm gonna add another one of these. Data init, and this is gonna be a simple string of, it'll be callbacks backs dot init slideshow. Let's do it now. And then I know how much Kevin absolutely hates the this is gonna need to be the set interval, but I don't know any other way of doing it. So let's see what happens. Did it work? I don't think it worked. Let's see. Touch end. I don't see init slideshow. Do I? Do I see init slide? Callbacks init slideshow. Let's see. Where's my view? Callbacks init slideshow. Did I set it to true? Hold on. Have I set it to true? I have set it to true. Autoplay. Update. Okay. Let's make sure that this is working. No, debug. Debug log CTX. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? What the deuce? Autoplay is there. Okay. So autoplay is working. So if I view this post, inspect console, I have an object. Why is autoplay? Oh. Wait. Oh. I think I need to add it. I need to add it. Yeah, I didn't add it in here. So also play. There's a better way of doing this. This is annoying to do it this way, but it will work. So then I have to do that, and I will comma, and I will put autoplay. So what I, yeah, one of the other reasons I used in here was I'm passing all my attributes to it. So it's kind of a lazy man's way of doing it. Yeah, Kevin, you got to show me a good request animation frame for that to basically replace the timer. Is it sort of the same? You have a start, you have an end, and then you do something? Oh yeah, okay. So I could do so. No, where am I doing? So in save, I could just go. Yeah, I can figure that out. Okay. So let's see what's happening here. So I'm still not seeing that. That is. Oh, that's why. Okay. So what the dude in it cannot really push. Yeah, okay. This is what Kevin's talking about. And then, and swipe. I need to swipe too. Ugh. Swipe. And then I should just be able to go, what, JSON stringify context? Or you can just drop that whole thing in there. I think that's what I should be doing. Uh-oh. Oh, probably have to do something here. Oh, what just happened? I done broke the world here. What is this? Attributes is not defined. Oh, come on. Holy crud. There we go. I'll get there, guys. I'm telling you, I will get there. I'll get this music's so dramatic. So dramatic. Continuous. No, next slide. What is that? CTX. Do I have to maybe wrap it in a... Maybe I have to wrap it in a string instead of a string. This is where it gets a bit weird. I wonder if that's part of the problem. No next slide. Reading is continuous. Oh, this is that ridiculousness that I had issues with last time, is that the context is not stored in here. I need to call it in here, right? Right? No. Where's the continuous thing? Where's that yelling at me? No next slide. CTX continuous. Did I spell it wrong? I don't know. I'm gonna put this back for now, and I'm gonna mess with that in a bit. This should be console. Weird. Okay, so no next slide. So I think this is an issue with. I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, it's not state. How? Yeah, it is state. Because I think this is because this is outside of the scope. So I don't have access to state here. Pass it in. Oh, yeah. Just pass it in. Kev! You're lovely.
Kevin!
Kevin! No next slide. What is that? No next slide. Do I not have... Yeah, I should have state. So... So no next slide doesn't have access. It shouldn't, because inside the store it should have access to it, but maybe I need to pass it that way. Like this should work. Like let's get rid of that. Next image. Okay, so it doesn't. Yeah, it's because the set interval like takes it out of the context of all this stuff it needs. I don't know how to get access to it. We solved this problem before, didn't we, Kev? I don't remember how the results slider did that. So this is something that I need to talk to the team about and get it. When you're using browser API like Gutenberg, you're moving that function to a new process in the event loop. And this is the window that use context of where you are. Okay. Now, would this be solved by just doing a regular function as opposed to an arrow function in here? Because I know that arrow functions are different when it comes to the way that it refers to stuff now. This didn't help. Oh, God. Okay. I have to pass state into the next image? Is that what you're saying? No, I have to get state into here somehow, right? Wait. So it needs state, but it can't take a parameter. But it's pulling the context that it needs. So it pulls it from context, right? And this is a getter. So when it gets in there, it doesn't have access to this context, which is a bit frustrating. So you're saying pass it context from like here, pass it like that? Is that what you're saying? Because that... I don't think it's going to work. No. Because it's this part, the no next slide part. The thing is, this is a problem because this is a getter and you can't pass parameters to getters. And so that's going to be the issue there. So this is the problem, that I'm using set interval. Now if I use request animation frame, would that get around it? Where it's failing is on this no next slide. Right? You need to define state there. I'm going to talk. You're totally right, Kev. But the way that we're being told to define these stores, like for example, anything in here, like I'm pretty sure you can't pass. Like I'm pretty sure you can't pass variables to that because it's like So a getter, a JavaScript getter can't have that stuff. So if I'm deriving state, I need to do it from inside that particular function, right? Oh, this is normal JS though. Yeah, I know. No, but I realized this music's hilarious. Hold on, I gotta change it. It's like, there we go. I get that it's normal JS, and I'm using a browser API, but within the context of what's being done here, we need to come up with a way of explaining. There's no fix. Come up with a way of explaining how to make it work properly. So, like, are you saying I should have, like, should I do like a cache or something, right? A cache object. Right? And then have it access cache from in here. So instead of get context, right? So I could set like, I could do something like, I don't know. I have to return it. Right, so I have access to it. And then in here I go cache.ctx equals ctx. Right now, but is this going to know about this? Isn't going to know, but it's the same problem I'm having, right? Oh no, it's not. Hold on. And then I can, in my no next slide, I could say cache.ctx or get context, right? Oh, Terrence. Right. And then if it needs the next image, I can have it get context like that, maybe. Is this what you're talking about? Is this going to work, Kevin? If it works, I'm going to kiss you on your mouth when I see you. Oh. What have I done? Attributes is not defined. Where's that? 26. Oh, sorry. I need to get rid of that for now. What's new with the RW? Not much. You know, just living my best JavaScript life, learning. Kevin's showing me how to do all the things in JavaScript that I don't know how to do, which is most things. But okay, where's my view? Where's my view? Is this not working now? I think Kevin's given up on me. I think he's like, oh, enough of this idiot. He's gone. Okay. So, okay. Am I getting an error now? If, no, next slide. Oh. Did it change slides? Right. Oh, okay. Is I wonder if all of this stuff has to get. Oh. I think I know what the problem is here. I have to the next image. I think it was working. It just because the slide increment wasn't happening. No. It's auto playing. Let's see what. Where am I here? Oops. I think I'm running into cache busting issues here. So before it runs, I should get a hello. Oh. Let's see. Current slide. Okay, so current slide is not being incremented because it's being cached. Right? Next image. Oh, I have to update cache here. That's my problem. Sorry. Oh no, I have to do it in both places. Okay, I need to fix this up a little bit. Weird. Okay. Yeah, it's running. It's running a lot, actually. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, so every runs. It only runs once. It's only running one time. Okay. I'm gonna pull this out for now. Oops. What I want to have it do is basically if it's set to autoplay or set to continuous, it'll just keep doing its thing. It's weird. Okay, so it's not getting updated. Grand slide, CTX, cache, CTX equals CTX. Undefined. Yeah, Grandstein's not getting updated. Okay, well I think I'm going to stop it here because I'm well over time, but this is interesting. So there needs to be a way of caching these things for browser API implementations, because I have a feeling people are going to be doing this kind of stuff where they're going to want to use some sort of browser API, put it on GitHub. You on GitHub. Yeah, I will actually upload this to GitHub. I'll get a repo put together for it the next hour or so, which is great. But I need to figure out. Kevin needs to figure it out because I can't figure it out. Figuring out what's going on and how that applies. And I'm going to reach out to some of the folks I know that are working on this API to see what they think about this kind of stuff. Yeah, Kevin knows how to do it. He knows everything. All right. Well. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Kevin is right. There will be no stream next week because I will be in WordCamp Asia. I might try to, depending what the Wi-Fi is like, I might try to do stuff, maybe do something quick. But don't count on it. And it'll be 12-hour time zone difference, so it'll be a little bit of a weird time. But anyhow, I'm going to see what I can do, Kev. I don't know. I might just go off my phone, maybe. We can just chat. I'll take you guys around the visitor booth or like the sponsors booth or something. We can go hang out. So we'll see. Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks so much for just supporting the stream and being cool in general. Kevin will be there. If Kevin's there, Kev, if I find you, Kev, we're going to go live. We're going to go live on Twitch. It'll be, I don't know what time it'll be. It'll be probably like 2 in the morning over here or something. Yeah, that's right. I saw him and I'm like, oh shit, there he is. I gotta get out of here. Then I almost lost my shoes, Kevin. I blame you for that. Anyways, okay, live from the bar. No, thank you. I'm a professional, sir. I'm a professional. But anyways, I thank you so much for hanging out with me, everyone, and I will talk to you in 2 weeks. If I don't do anything for Work Camp Asia, I'll definitely see you. And if you're going to be at Work Camp Asia, sign up for my workshop. It's the first day. We're going to do all this kind of fun stuff. So anyways, talk to you soon. Bye.